17 top squads, 3 weeks, and 9 games of intense competition. Competition to become the AGL PUBG Squads League champions for Season 6. Before we get to the point where we reveal who was in 3rd, 2nd and 1st and therefore crown the Season 6 champions, what we can do is review, have a little look at some of that end-game action in Games 7, 8 and 9. But before we do that, let's have a look at how things stood before moving into this Sunday's action. So before moving into Games 7, 9, 8 and 9, AG Team Beard had quite a lead upon the competition. In fact, the points between 1st and 5th were to that level of 935 points. But as we all know, you can go from the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom in a number of short, swift, disappointing games. And actually, things did have a bit of a shake-up this week across the entire leaderboard. But before we actually do move in, let's remind ourselves on how things looked before things commenced. Here what we have in 5th place are our Season 5 champions, led by Bentley, with Lifting Attitude, Zach and Hotbox of Team Proficient. In 4th place, 2 of the highly acclaimed, building high-end reputations of the new guys, the Lobby Squad with Smitty, Tammy, Swifty, He Who Watches and the Spicy Banana in 4th place. On Your Head Son coming in a 3rd, and I know these guys are heavily anticipating whether they've kept their top 3 position or whether they have fallen back in the league table positions. So On Your Head Son with Bone, you Mad Bros, Silk, Din and Ginger. In 2nd place, a team quickly building a high-end reputation for their movement, communication and high-end results are Ineffable Gaming, led by Pub Jesus with Hibby, Swank and Eric. So I'm going to do that on purpose. Had a good few games with these guys during the week. And in top position, in 1st, is Agile Team Beard, or were Agile Team Beard with 0, led by 0, Dogbone, otherwise known as Core, Clivey and Hacks, with a very impressive 400 points, even after a somewhat lukewarm week in week 2. 400 points in front of Effable Gaming. The question, of course, is could they keep it up, or is it in fact a question of one of the previous 2 squads or one of the lower down squads catching them up and bringing out the big guns? So before we do so, let's have a little look at that game end action of Games 7, 8 and 9 and find out who of these squads were still alive in that final circle. Lost Boys, we've got the Gunsmoke crew and we've got the Vulcan boys. The Vulcan boys are just coming through. Jones has gone down. Vulcan's just a one-man surviving. It looks like he's just going to have to prod it through. We just peeked through the trees. We've got Gazer and Cognac from Gunsmoke. Teammate has been eliminated. Bones has gone down, and that is Switch. That's Sox is doing a left manoeuvre, a left flanking manoeuvre, coming round the back and then just coming through. The MG is down for the Lost Boys. It's just NY there, just looking between the tree. Sucks has been calling his truth in because it's there you go. 2 versus 2. I should see 3 versus 1. Team 6 has been eliminated. 3 teams. Ineffable Gaming. Team Proficient, last year's champions. Ineffable Gaming, like I said, 2nd position. And Vigilant Assassins, who for some reason are just running all over the road. Find a position, boys. Make a decision. This is your opportunity. Let's see what you got. Jesus, Hibby and Swank from Ineffable Gaming. Deadfall, Pickle Nick, Turtles and Dove from Vigilant Assassins. We've got Disconcerting Dan, Lifton and Bentley, their captain. Here we go. They're going to come in. I tell you what, Bentley's licking his lips right now. He's combing his afro. He's feeling good because he can see these 2 teams potentially coming together. Jesus potentially is about to run into the whole lot of them. I think that it looks like they know each other are there. Turtles has just been a little bit fluid. Deadpool is down. Jesus taking down 1. Jesus is down on the minimum of health. All he needs is a little breathe. Someone breathe out and then you're going to take him down. Deadpool's in trouble. And the time come down. Lovely flank manoeuvre by Swank and Hibby. Taking down Pickle Nick. It's just Turtles and Dub over there on the left hand side. Jesus is really in trouble. Surely he's getting some first aid down. Deadfall and Nick are in trouble. Nick surely is going to be thirsty here by Jesus. Nice little grenade just coming through. Nick has been thirsted out. Turts and Dubs are the two available. Deadfall, I'm not sure if this is a position whereby you can risk that maneuver. And look at that circle. Look at that circle for Team Proficient that are just taking that heightened position. Just letting these guys do their thing. There you go. Jesus. Swank. Hibby. Lifting. Look at this. You've got Bentley and you've got Disconcerting and Zach just coming through. Let me just give you a little bit of height in this regard. Three teams. Vigilant Assassin, Deadfall currently bleeding out. Swank and Babjitas just battering their eyelids back and forth just to see what's going down. Lifting, making a right hand flank with Disconcerting, Bentley and Zach taking a nice strong hold from across the road. Jesus, again just moving. Looks like it's a 2 versus 2 scenario here. Deadfall is still bleeding out. Dub hasn't had the opportunity to bring it forth. Lifting is just taking that position. And I think what they're going to do is probably delve attention away from Bentley here. And then Lifting to come through. Looks like Deadfall has finally been thirsted by Jesus. That's a 2 versus 4 scenario. Oh, it's not. It's 3. Hibby is still alive. So, Ineffable Gaming. Vigilant Assassins. Team Proficient, last year's champions, coming together. This is an opportunity for Ineffable Gaming to try and catch that T-Beard, who have had a difficult start to this week's games. Thank you for the host, Express. They're just making a move. Coming round to 3. Oh my goodness, Lifting doing them a favour. But I'm not sure if they've just given away his position or not. They're going to thirst it out. Disconcerting's coming through as well. Hibby's been taken out by Turts. Surely it's just Lifting coming through. Turts is still alive. Swanky's bringing it through. It's absolute mayhem here. I'm not going to miss it. Team Fury's been brought through. Who have we got? Turts has brought it through. 15 has been eliminated. Who have we got? Oh my goodness, and there you are. Team Proficient. It looks like it's just catching up with itself. What a crazy ending. The 3 teams come together in a pile of blood. Shots being shot in every single direction, and our reigning champions are making a strong push at the very end of Season 7 of the Agile Gaming League PUBG Squads. Means that the Riot Boys have to leave their trees and go onto open ground. That giving advantage, probably, number 1, to the Gunsmoke crew, number 2, to Team Sting, and number 3, the Riot Boys. Probably going to have to make a bit of a move, a pincher move to those stones in the middle. The problem is they're being shot from both directions. Scobble and Jonesy just being moving forth, back and forth, just making sure that no one gets to snipe their faces off. You've got Sucks, you've got Remix, and Cognac is still on that flank. As long as he stays quiet, they're not going to know he's there. The movements are very tender. Cognac's going to have to move in at the same time as Bunny. What a great battle to finish things off with. It looks to me like Cognac is putting fires on, probably on Jones by the looks of the positioning. Sucks and Remix are just moving forward. Scobble and Jonesy, it's difficult. Can't have any grenades, so surely they'll be going over. 30 seconds until things are going to have to move off. I think that is that Vulcan just being taken down to about 20% on health. Jonesy and Scobble just again moving it. Remix in a bit of trouble. I tell you what, Cognac has just finished off Vulcan. He's probably just going to let's just go down there. Let's just see if we can finish him off as well. Cognac just getting caught himself there. Yeah, he's putting it on. Let's go and have a quick look if Vulcan's able to get a revive. 3 seconds. The Riot Boys are going to have to move. No, Vulcan's gone down. Cognac's got his first aid on. This is where the Bunny and Jones have to make a move. Riot Boys haven't won a game. They've won plenty of custom games with us. Nothing so far in the actual league. So here we go. The C is slightly out. Looks like Suck and Remix are coming through. This could be anybody's goes. So we've got a 3 versus 2 versus 2. And we've got Cognac just in my bottom left hand corner. The Riot Boys are moving forward. Sucks and Remix. It looks like for me that everybody's focused, but look at that, it's a Molotov going over. How that didn't hit Sucks, I just have absolutely no idea whether it was Scobble or Jones who gets through it. Cognac has gone down, but Riot Bunny and Jones are both in trouble. Jones has gone down. Surely Bunny isn't going to survive. Teammate has been eliminated. It's Scobble versus Gunsmoke. Hang on, Gunsmoke, take 2. It is. It's a 3 against 1 situation. Gunsmoke could go for their second in a row, and that's exactly what they've done. Sucks finishing off Scobble, taking down Jonesy. That is the end of the game. So there we have it. After a lot of squads suggesting they will be hop dropping and going after the big points, the reality was there was a lot of circle management happening in games 7, 8 and 9 of the season. So let's just have a little recap before we move forward to those final standings. In game 7, Erangale in first place was Gunsmoke. In second place with a very good performance throughout the 3 games this week with the Lost Boys. And in third place, the Riot Squad. In Game 8 on Miramar, we have our reigning champions taking top spot with Team Proficient led by Bentley. Ineffable Gaming with PUBG Jesus. And with their best performance, I would suggest, within the AGL so far again, for the Vigilant Assassins. In Game 9, where we found ourselves on a small island of Sanhok, where everybody decided to float somewhere different to anybody else on the map. In first place with a second win of the week for Gunsmoke, Team Sting in an impressive second place, and after being somewhat thwarted by the Circle, Riot come in third. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Let's find out where those results are put on the league table. Who are our Season 6 AGL champions?
Render Forest.
So as normal, what we'll do, we'll start at the bottom of the league and we will raise ourselves to the high pinnacle and find out who are our new champions. I suppose the first thing we should really say is the reality that we have 17 top quality squads, and whilst we all may be used to winning game after game after game, eating chicken dinner after dinner after dinner, the reality is when you move into an AGL lobby, you're playing on a competitive basis. So whilst we all need to enjoy and rally round and hug it out when we get those victories and those top 3 performances with those high kill counts, what we also must do is be able to take it on the chin nice and hard when the weeks don't go too well. Let's have a look how things lie. So in 17th place are the most valuable players. They only stayed with us for 1 week. Their reasons are their own, but really that's about as much team I'm going to give it. Team Mafia, similar to such. Delta Gaming, after 2 weeks in 15th place, unfortunately sickness got these boys down, weren't able to field their squad for week 3, yet what we did have was a number of apologies and Ritward helping me get into the row mode for week 3. So that's where we find that. So Serious Position Gaming with Frame Banging, welcome, welcome. Get to level 5 and you get a prize. Well, that's the motto on his stream. Yet really, Season 6 haven't been the best season for Serious Precision Gaming. A lack of precision. Please forgive the pun, but no doubt these boys will be back. They're motivated for for Season 7. And let me tell you, I wish we had that bet, because one of us banging was going to shave our beard, or our attempt of a beard. Mango, Alchemist, Reapy and Wolf always putting in their best effort. But let me tell you now, they've kept the smiles on their faces and they've moved things forward. For what I believe was probably their best week in AGL competition, and they've been with us for season after season after season, and actually after not being able to field a team in week 2 with the Lost Boys, led by MY. Some really good positioning and shooting and taking down some top quality talent. So well done to the boys. 890 points, massive credit after taking a week off for coming back and competing in the final week. In 12th place are the Moody crew. Ollie, their captain, after missing the 2 first games with Zach, Baldy J, Twinkles, Viper and Foggy. Beautiful new logos, by the way, guys, on your Discord channel. In 12th place after a good old week. Moving forth though, 11th, and one thing I want to say about the Pub Goats is the boys, this is a few more kills. Yes, it was 6 kills, but that's 5 more than you got in the first 6 games. So well done to you guys. A 5th was probably the best scenario there in the first game of week 3, so game 7 overall, but not too bad at all, and not far from our 10th placed guys, the Vigilant Assassins, who actually impressed very nicely this week with some good credible action, getting an 8th, a 3rd and a 6th. So that 3rd was the pinnacle, got themselves into that final circle as we saw in game 8, yet the positioning could have been just a touch better, no doubt. Lessons learned for the final circle where they found themselves next week. And just 3 kills, but in the end 985 points and coming in the top 10. Team Sting, who have had a big reveal at the end of game 9, now called Team Smoke, with some beautiful artistic talent, more in the creativity of their logo and the videos than on the battlefield, but that's for another day. With Jonesy, Red Eye, Cow, Express, Asian and Scobble bringing in his SVG crew for Season 7. Had a good few games with him yesterday. Coming in with some good performance, actually. That second place really bumped them up the leaderboard. The second place in Game 9 and having a grand total of 1,040 points, position themselves in a highly respectable 9th. In 8th, some disappointment through the crew with Puzo, Fatman, Goober, Tropics and Buzz. They would have expected to do a little bit better, found themselves in difficult scenarios. The circle went against them on a number of occasions, but with the 12th and the 13th, the only highlight really for week 3 was that 5th in game 8. Again, fully capable of not only winning the league, but getting far more kills. But then again, there's so many squads that are capable of winning the league in the AGL. But Agile, Team Agile will be looking to bounce back next season. Been a pleasure to have the Riot Boys led by Smokes. We also got Jones, Bunny, Keen, Vulcan and Squads on the basis. They were consistent all the way through. A 9th, 6th, a couple of 12ths, a 3rd, two thirds this week with an 11th in the middle there. 24 kills this week, which was highly impressive. One of the few squads that hasn't currently registered for Season 7, but I hope to get that sorted nice and soon with 1,515 points and finishing in 7th. Whilst the Riot Boys are a joy to play alongside, so are the Lobby Squad with Spitty, Tammy, Swifty, He Watches Banana, and of course the somewhat excruent Spicy Banana, but there we are. So this week, if you look at that, only one position through the 9 games of the season outside the top 10, bringing through a 7th and 9th and 10th this week. So hopefully, probably wanting to make that push into the higher echelons, but again keeping it steady with the 13 kills, 1,670 points for your first season. You boys should be proud. So here we move. As you can see, I've moved things around a little bit. We've got a 5th and a 4th here, and therefore we can have the reveal of the top 3 for Season 6 of the AGL PUBG Squads League. And there we have it. Team 5th with Bentley, Lifting, Hatitude, Zach and Hotbox, our reigning champions. And do you know what? They had a good week after a 6th, a 1st and a 5th, their best week probably so far, that win being the pinnacle for them with 575 position points solely for the week and 17 kills, giving them, or adding to their running total to give them a grand total of 1,740. So our reigning champions are no more, currently our 5th place, or finished themselves in 5th place this season. And I tell you what, Gunsmoke, what a turnaround. Some really good performances through all of their individual players, working very cohesively this week, really building upon that 2 second places from week 2 and bringing forth 2 first places. If it wasn't for week 1, I mean, this is what we should also say. If it wasn't for week 1, they could be right up there. But actually, Gunsmoke found themselves in 16th place, I think it was, or 15th, 16th place after week 1. And what a turnaround. So those of you that do take a hit in the first week, remember the lobby that you're in, the competitive nature for which you are up against. What a turnaround. Chins up, stuck together, moved forward, and actually took down the vast majority of who were put in front of them. 1,760 points, just 20 points in front of Team Proficient, and therefore in 4th place. Great performance, Cognac and crew. Well done, boys. So here we have it. 1st, 2nd and 3rd. 3rd, 2nd and 1st, whichever way you want to put it. And it's blank. And it's blank because it's close. Closer than we thought it would be, considering the chasm of points there were between these teams in the beginning. And in 3rd place, you'll be pleased to know, well, you won't be pleased to know you're in 3rd, but you kept your 3rd place on your head some, led by Bonehead, Mad Bro, Leroy Sick, Chicken Dinner. Group performance, a 4th and a 4th, let down a little bit by that 11th, but 390 position points this week, 13 kills, giving you a total of 1,980 points. So just 20 points shy of that magical 2,000. But listen, guys, what a performance. Real nice, guys, and this is really important for the league. It's not just about just coming in, turning up on a Sunday. We all play together. Great performance, boys. Real nice movement, killer instinct. Where, you know, some lovely positioning, strategic heads on your shoulders. Really good first week. Look forward to seeing if you can sort of bring it up a notch and take that top 2 spots in Season 7. But it's going to be even more competitive next season, so we shall see. So who's in 1st and who's in 2nd? Is it Ineffable Gaming? Is it Agile Team Beard who take the win? And let's have a look. Yes, things have stayed exactly as they were, although the points have been squeezed together. Ineffable Gaming with Pub Jesus, Hibby Swank, and Eric's with Crazy. Wow. A 14th, a 2nd, and a 7th. So probably quite happy with that 2nd and 7th, but that 14th hitting them hard, I think, in that first game where I believe they were in Lipovka. getting gunned down by one of the other crews, and just the 10 kills this week. So actually just 40 points in front of On Your Head, son. But well done, congratulations on that second place, that silver medal. You still get a trophy, so well done for you all. So listen guys, these are a talented professional outfit, definitely a team to watch out for as we come over the coming months. If you are looking for a high level squad to join, definitely try and get together with Jesus, have a chat and see how things come together. Very, very impressive throughout the season. So there we have it, and let me tell you now, it was after week 1 where you stamp your authority. Agile Team Beard were the first second in week 1 with 48 kills, but god damn, things went downhill from there. And this is the thing, you can have bad first weeks, you can have bad last weeks, and you can have a bad week in the middle, but things have a tendency to equal themselves out. This week, a 9th, a 12th and an 8th with just 2 kills, but that was enough. It was enough to keep them in the lead with 1,445 position points, 750 points at that very top for kill, and the grand total of 2,195 points. So the lead was more than halved. Actually, yes, it was more than halved, moving for 400 points to under 200, but you just about did enough. Congratulations to Zero and crew, Zero Dogbone, otherwise known as Cause, Clivey and Hacks for a winning season. Agile Team Bead are our Season 6 champions, so congratulations to them. But what a battle. What a battle. Week 1, week 2, week 3. Different weeks all the way through. You've got to keep your chins up. You've got to take the successes, but you've got to take the falls when they happen. So congratulations to our Season 6 champions, Agile Team Beard, from all of us. Now, this will, of course, be the last season where there isn't a prize pot, because in the end, we've all sort of discussed it. There will be an entrance fee. I've got new sponsors and partners coming into the league, which is all very exciting, but will not happen immediately. So I will put up a bit of an update video and some information in the Discord channel alongside the new website. So please get yourself registered. We're already looking very competitive for Season 7. Well done to all of the teams over the season. Some crazy intense battle. Yeah, a good sense of banter, competition and fun all the way we go through. I personally hope you've enjoyed competing on the Agile Gaming League, especially on this PUBG squad scenario. Remember, we've got the duos next week. Please keep helping me to help you. We've got some upgrades and we've got some updates coming forth. But well done to you all. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hope you've enjoyed the commentary. But for the final time, your Season 6 champions, Agile Team Beard, congratulations to you all. I'll see you very soon next season.